Hello. Let us continue with basic concepts of engineering thermodynamics. In this session, let us solve few more examples to understand the concepts. Now, let us consider the example as shown in the figure. The statement of the problem is determine the air pressure in a tank. We need to determine this pressure. What is the pressure acting here? Having multi-fluid manometer connected to it. This is the manometer. We have water, we have oil, we have mercury. With the tube open to atmosphere as shown in figure. Tank is at an altitude where atmospheric pressure is 90 kilopascal. Take densities of water, oil and mercury as 1000 kg per meter cube, 850 kg per meter cube and 13,600 kg per meter cube respectively. Now you see here, you have to find the pressure here. We have water over here, we have oil here, then the mercury is balanced now. Now whatever pressure that is acting here, let us call this pressure as P1 plus this column you consider. It is the density G acceleration due to gravity into H1. That is the total weight acting. This pressure plus this one. Plus this one. Rho G, rho of oil, G and H2. This is balanced by this column. P atmosphere and density of mercury, acceleration due to gravity and mercury column height H3. This is balanced by this weight. As the equation is P1 rho water GH1 plus rho oil GH2 is equal to P atmosphere rho mercury GH3 as I mentioned. Rho water is given in the problem, rho oil is given, rho mercury is given. H1 is given, H2 is given, H3 is given and very clearly stated that P atmosphere it is 90 kilopascal at that altitude. You substitute all these things, then the air pressure inside the vessel you get as 139.81 kilopascal. Estimate the kinetic energy associated with space object revolving around Earth with a relative velocity of 750 meter per second and subjected to gravitational force of 4000 Newton. Gravitational acceleration may be taken as 8 meter per second square. Mass is weight by G, acceleration due to gravity. That is, weight is nothing but the gravitational force. 4000 by 8 you will get 500 kg. Kinetic energy is nothing but half mv squared. Half this m v squared is v is given. So half mv squared we will get kinetic energy. Determine the human body temperature in degrees Celsius if the temperature in Fahrenheit is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. You know from in your high school you have studied that relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. T degree Celsius is equal to T degree Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8. That is 9 by 5. F minus 32, that's how the formula is. So here it is given 98.6, 32, 1.8, you will get 37 degrees Celsius. A temperature scale is being developed using the following relation. T is equal to A ln of P plus B by 2, where P is thermometric property, A and B are constants. Determine Celsius temperature corresponding to thermometric property of 6.5. If ice point and steam point give thermometric property values of 3 and 8. Ice point temperature is 0 degree Celsius. Substitute 0 degree Celsius. Corresponding thermometric property is 3. Substitute 3 here. So you will get 0 A ln 3 plus B by 2. Corresponding to steam point T is 100. Substitute 100 here. A ln corresponding P is 8. Substitute here. You will get another equation. If I solve these two equations, these two unknowns will be known, A and B. Now A is known, B is known. Substitute A value here, B value here. For any given P value, you can find temperature T. So for a given value of P, you can determine temperature, I said. Here P is given as 6.5. Substitute here, you can find out the temperature. Let us consider another example. In a thermoelectric thermometer, for T degree Celsius temperature, the EMF is given as E equal to 0.003 into T minus 5 into 10 to the power of minus T square plus 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 volts. Thermometer is having a reference junction at ice point and is calibrated at ice point and steam points. What temperatures shall be shown by the thermometer for a substance at 30 degrees Celsius? From this example, ice point, the temperature value is 0 degrees Celsius. That you substitute over here. You will get the EMF. Let us call this corresponding to 0 degrees Celsius. Let us call this as E naught. Ice steam point 100 degrees Celsius. Substitute 100 here. Corresponding to that E100, let us call it. Then T 30 degrees Celsius. If I substitute in this equation 30 degrees Celsius, you will get E30 is this much. Now, let us assume the relationship here, the temperature and the EMF, somewhat in this linear fashion. So, if I take similar triangle principles, I can write T minus T naught, T100 minus T naught is equal to E minus E naught, E100 minus E naught. Taking that as the relationship, now we can determine, so put here 0. So this is 100, this is 0, E value E naught, again you know E naught value, you know E100 value, again E naught value you know. Now E30 value you put here and calculate temperature T. You will get 33.23 degrees Celsius. Estimate the percentage variation in temperature reading from a thermocouple having its test junction in gas and other reference junction at ice point. The temperature of gas using gas thermometer is found 50 degrees Celsius. Thermocouple is calibrated with EMF varying linearly between ice point and steam point. When thermocouple's test junction is kept in gas at T degrees Celsius and reference junction at ice point, the EMF produced in millivolt is given by this equation. So let us solve this equation. Ice point T is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. If I substitute 0 here, I'll get EMF also 0. 100 degree steam point. If I substitute 100 here, and I'll get EMF as 12.58 millivolt. 50 degrees Celsius, again if I calculate, I'll get 7.7 millivolt. Use this linear relationship and you calculate now the temperature. That is T minus. So you will get 60.16 degrees Celsius. Actually, your thermocouple is showing 60.16 degrees Celsius. Your thermometer shows only 50 degrees Celsius. So the variation you can calculate from this equation. Okay. In an unknown temperature scale, freezing point of water is 0 degree X and the boiling point of water is 1000 degree X. Obtain a conversion relation between degrees X and degree Celsius. Also determine the absolute zero in degree X. Let the conversion relation be X is equal to AC plus B. It's a linear one. So now we have to find out A and B. Freezing point temperature 0 degrees Celsius correspondingly on the X scale it's also 0 degree X. So 0. Now if I substitute 0 over here, I will get AZ, like B equal to 0 you will get. Again for 100 degrees Celsius, I substitute here 1000 A into 100 plus B. So B is 0, then I'll get A is equal to 10. If I put A is equal to 10 here, B is 0, then X is equal to 10C. Correct. If I know the value of C, I can get what is X. At absolute 0, it is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. So this if I multiply, X will become minus 2731.5 degree X. These values, some of these values are not mentioned in my lectures. However, in your physics classes, in your earlier classes, you must be aware of those things. Those ideas I'm just using over here. In a new temperature scale, degree P, the boiling and freezing points of water at 1 atmosphere are 100 degree P and 300 degree P respectively. There is a P temperature scale. Correlate this scale with Celsius scale. What is the reading corresponding to 0 degree P on the Celsius scale? There are two thermometers. So degree Celsius thermometer, degree P thermometer. So here I am using the linear relationship, that is similar triangle principles. TC minus 0, 100 minus 0 is also equal to TP minus, this is corresponding to initial 300, and final it is 100. So TPI 300. These equations I have used. The boiling of freezing point of water at 1 atmosphere are 100 degree P and 300 degree P respectively. So I should have reversed this equation anyway. Right. I will get TP is equal to this. From here I can calculate TC is equal to 150 degree Celsius. It means if it is reading 0 degree P, then the Celsius scale will be reading 150 degrees Celsius. The readings T8 and TB of two centigrade thermometers A and B agree at ice point 0 degree and steam point 100 degrees Celsius, but elsewhere are related by the equation TA is equal to L plus MTP plus NTP square, where L, M, N are constants. When both the thermometers are immersed in a well-stirred oil bath, A registers 51 degrees Celsius while B registers 50 degrees. Determine the readings on B when air reads 30 degrees Celsius. At this point, both of them agree. So TA is equal to TB is equal to 0. If I put TA 0, TB 0, I'll get from the equation L is equal to 0. Again at steam point, both the thermometers agree. So TA is equal to TB is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now when TA reads 51 degrees Celsius, TP is reading 50 degrees Celsius. That's given over here. So now by solving these equations, I'll be getting the values of M and N. Then substitute back. Then you substitute substitute value for TA, then you will be getting TB. If TA is showing 30 degrees Celsius, then TB will show you 29.17 degrees Celsius. So I have explained various types of thermometers, thermometric properties, and calibration of thermometers. If you have understood those topics, you will understand how the solution of these problems. So you can practice many more examples from the reference book I have indicated. Thank you, and we'll continue in the next video.